Hello, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. It is always a pleasure to have you on my page. If this is the first time you are joining me, I appreciate you. And thank you for coming across to my channel. Thank you so much. I will highly encourage you to please click that subscribe button down there and click the notification bell so that you wouldn't miss any of my content. Believe me, you wouldn't like to miss any of those. And I'll also appreciate if you could help to like, comment, and share so that others will continue to benefit as you are. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always trusting and coming to my channel all the time. I do appreciate all of your good works. You guys are amazing. Without you, I wouldn't be here, and I appreciate. My commitment is always to bring to you always about good things on how you can make your Scrum and Agile environment and Agile ceremonies and Agile practices much more better. With that said, I'm always happy to have you here. Okay. And I have to put this out there. If you are looking to someone to hold you by the hand or someone to collaborate with you in your Agile and Scrum journey, by all means, reach out, connect with me. You have my Facebook page link, you have my Instagram page, you have my email address. All you need to do is just click and then connect with me, and then we could have a conversation on that. And if you're looking to be trained and get certified about Scrum, about project management, all you need to do is to reach out, okay? And we can have that conversation. And meanwhile, the coaching and mentoring is free. So free, why don't you make use of the opportunity? All right, so today I am going to share with you guys, as you already know, I always try to make it much more practical, less theoretical. So today is something we do all the time. So you're a Scrum Master. I'm guessing that you have been scheduling meetings, or you are a potential Scrum Master. You're not sure how to schedule meetings, or you are working with distributed teams, or you're a Scrum Master, you have been working just team members that are co-located. By that, I mean team members that are working in the same location. But how about when you are working with team members that are distributed? Sometimes you have your team members that are in India, some are in Pakistan, some are in all over the world, or even within the same country, but different time zones. What would you do? How would you coordinate such diverse environments? So today I'm going to share with you the tool you could use to make it much more simplified. Okay, so one of those tools, well, most people might be familiar, others might not be, but be that as it may, I am going to assume that you are not so familiar with all of these tools I'm going to share with you. So all you need to do is to sit tight, and I'm going to show you, and then you're going to go and then practicalize it and let me know whether it's working for you or something is not working for you. Okay, with that said, let's dive in right away. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen right now, and just give me 1 second to pull up my board, and then I'm going to share with you guys. 1 second here. Alrighty, hold on a second. Okay. Okay, so if you can't see my screen, I'm trying to make it much more bigger. Give me 1 second. So I have a lot of screen right here. How do I make it bigger now? Okay. Hold on a second. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Correct. Okay, so now if you take a look at my screen, as you can see, you are in Microsoft Teams, right? Okay, I need to get these off. You are in Microsoft Teams, okay? And then Microsoft Outlook, I mean to say, and then you see that event right there. Just click on that. When you click on the event, this window is going to open. Okay, so when this window opens, right, all you need to do is, some people go right away to start typing in basically to start typing in the what's meeting, what is the subject line. You're going to put in the information there and then start putting the information in terms of your guest, right? But how about getting the time that works for everybody, right? As of today that I'm making this video, as you can see from here, this is Friday, October 6th, 2023. This is the day by default. So Microsoft Outlook brings the date by default. But how about Maybe you want to schedule this meeting for maybe a later time, as you can see from my calendar here. This is on Friday. So what if I want to schedule this meeting for Monday? All I need to do is to put Monday here, right? And what time do I want the meeting to happen? I want this meeting to happen maybe, let's just say 5:30, okay, on that same day. And then when do I want this meeting to end? The same day. If it is on the same day, then is it going to be 30 minutes meeting or 1 hour? So I'm going to select 30 minutes. So click on at 6 o'clock. So from 6:30 to 6 is going to be 30 minutes, right? So what if I want to make this meeting a reoccurring meeting, right? I want to be a reoccurring basis. I don't have to set it all the time. All I need to do is to go down here. And then if I want it to be daily meeting, weekly meeting, you can take it from here, right? So let's just assume it's going to be every other day, okay? What I mean by every other day is this meeting is scheduled for October 9th. So I want it to happen every 2 weeks. So what I need to do is go to custom, click on custom. Now from here, I can make it every 2 weeks. So make it every 2 weeks, right? And then by default, sometimes it might say till April or till whenever. So if you want to end it, maybe just say till December 2023. So you can say till December 2023, and the last day is, then you can save it. When you save it, as you can see, it occurs every other Monday until blah, 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 right? So now this is, you can put in your attendees or guests. Remember to make people required members, and if you have gotten people you want there, you require that they should be in the meeting. Some people might be optional, so you can now click on the optional, and then you can invite those that are optional to you. But now the question is, how do you get people for the time that works for most people? How do you make sure that you get the appropriate time that works for most people? Now, this thing right here called scheduling assistant is what I want to show you, basically. What this does is it will, as soon as you start typing people's email credentials, now it will tell you whether they are going to be available that time or not. So let's try it. Now, for example, this is me right here. So when you start typing people's required members and optional members, right, their working schedule or their working hours will be appearing on your calendar here. So basically, you don't want to invite people into the meeting while it is midnight for them. That would not be very much fair. So as a Scrum Master, it is always good that you also consider that when you are scheduling your meetings. So always try to use your scheduling assistant. As soon as you get the time that works for everybody, all you need to do is to go back to the event. Then you will be able to click that and save, and the meeting invite will be sent to your audience. But how about you want to send a meeting invite to your guest, but you don't want them to always click accept? Automatically it goes into their calendar. Have you ever gotten a meeting invite before and then you are not required to do anything? You might be wondering, how would you do that? All you need to do is, you see response action. You see this button I'm showing you right here. When you click on the response action, you see that by default, this is ticked already or checked. So if you don't want people to click accept by default, they accept it automatically. Just uncheck this button there. So when the meeting invites come over to their calendar, it just automatically goes to their calendar as already accepted. Now, if you don't want them to forward your invite, you can always uncheck this, right? And if you don't want them to know who has been invited to the meeting, so you can always hide this attendee list. Make sense? So you can always modify whatever you want to do, however you want the meeting to be appearing on your guest invite. This is what happens when you get a meeting invite on your calendar as a Scrum Master. So one of the things a Scrum Master does is to schedule meetings and facilitate meetings. So you as a Scrum Master should know how to do that. So now you might not get this information when you are getting trained in your process of becoming a Scrum Master. So how about this? How does that sound for you? Sounds okay? Good. So if you like this, by all means, click the like button there. But I have the second one I wanted to show you. So I'm going to stop sharing this screen, and then I'm going to also pull my other, give me a second, I'm trying to close my screens there. I'm trying to also open my other screen so that I will show you the second way to make sure you can capture your team members' time, especially people that are working in different countries. If you're a Scrum Master, if you haven't really worked in a remote setting, you might be very lucky. But what if you are hired and then you are asked or required to work in a remote setting? How would you be able to coordinate such an environment? So sit tight. I'm going to show you that. So I'm pulling up my screen right here. 1 second, please. Okay, I'm trying to bring up my board. Okay, it's not coming forward. Hold on a sec. I need to give me a second here. Okay, here you go. It's taking a little bit of time. Okay, so I guess you can see my screen now. So what you need to do is go to Google, right? This is very practical. When you go to Google, type in wartime booty. When you type wartime booty, as you can see on my screen, the first one all you need to do is to click on it, and it's going to open. So I'm going to get rid of this, get rid of this. So by default, it's going to come up with, 1 or 2 countries, right? And it's going to come up with a little bit information right here. Now, let's imagine you're a Scrum Master. You are in the UK, right? You're in the UK, and your team members are, let's just say, Pakistan. So some of your team members are in Karachi. Some of your team members are in India. Let's just say Mumbai. Some of your team members are in Australia, Sydney, Australia. Some of your team members are in Ontario, Canada, right? So some of your team members are in Nigeria. Let's just say Lagos, Nigeria. So let's just use this as a case study, right? Now, you want to schedule a meeting for Monday, right? You select your day, October. Let's just for this particular situation, this is October. Remember, you are in the UK, okay? You are in the UK, and this is October 9, and you want to schedule a meeting at 10 a.m. UK time, okay? Which 10 a.m. UK time will be 2 p.m. Karachi time, 2 p.m. Mumbai time, 8 p.m. Sydney, and 5 a.m. Toronto, and 10 a.m. Lagos, Nigeria. So for someone in Toronto, it might be too early for the person. For someone in Sydney, this person might still be awake, right? So what you might do is to move it a little bit, let's just say between 7 a.m. so that it will not be so late for someone in Sydney, and it will not be too early for someone in Toronto, Canada. So this gives you an idea what time would work for your team members. Now, I do understand that some organizations, when they are hiring employees, they'll be able to ask them if they are willing to work in the evening times so that the time would also reflect or work, be in also an agreement with other team members who are working in the daytime because of different geographical locations. So as soon as that employee candidate accepts, that means the person will be required to work in the evening. So if that is the case, this person in Sydney, Australia, wouldn't be complaining, and it wouldn't be unfair to work at 10 p.m. And then it wouldn't be so early, even though 7 a.m. might be too early for some people. In that case, this person could work at starting at 7 a.m. So for me, myself, who is also talking to you right now, I do start work at 7:30-ish, right? Because where I am in Canada, so my team members do start work at 8:30, which is their time, and for my own time, it is always 5:30. So I start work early enough. All right, so this is how you could use this tool to know what time will work for your team members. And before you do schedule, so what you could do if your team member is in Sydney, Australia, and you want to schedule at 12 p.m., all right, and that will be 7 a.m. So you could always ask this person, I'm thinking about scheduling a meeting, and 10 p.m. your time is the only available time that could work for everybody. Would you be able to sacrifice? So in that case, you are getting the person's consent. As soon as the person says yes, then you could go ahead. If the person says because of XYZ, then you guys should be able to come to agreement at a time that will work for both teams. Make sense? Good. So those are the two things I thought I could share with you guys. If you have used this in the past, please let me know in the comment section, how did that go? If you haven't used that in the past, I want to hear your thoughts about how valuable you think this video could be for you, especially working in a remote setting. Okay? Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. It's because of you that I'm here. Your likes, your share, your comments are always what has been helping me to know how best I can serve you. Okay, as a Scrum Master, I'm a servant leader, so I'm more than happy to always share. Remember, if you're looking for a mentor, a coach in terms of Scrum, Agile, project management, reach out and let's collaborate. If you're looking to be trained, project management, Scrum, all of these, reach out and then we can have those conversations. Thank you. You're so amazing. And thank you for sticking around for about 16 minutes and a few seconds. I'm going to let you go, but I'll catch up with you next time. And in the meantime, I hope you stay well. Bye for now.